Always great having my next guest on the show. It's Kevin Croom, who's coming off another big win for BKFC, this time over Chevy Bridges at BKFC Knuckle Mania 3. Kevin, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty darn good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. Always great talking to you, man. Happy to have you back on, especially with how you've been looking, for BKFC, man. Two fights, two quick finishes. Seems like this is your thing. How excited are you to now be one of the hot up and comers for BKFC?
Man, it feels really great. I feel like I finally found my niche after like 100 fights. I'm really good at this. And yeah, it's working out really well for me, and I'm happy. I think the organization is great, and man, I'm freaking stoked.
As you should be, man. As far as just BKFC goes, you say you're happy you finally found your niche. What is it about this specific sport of combat sports in general that you feel like really aids your skill set?
I feel like you can. There's a lot of really high level athletes in MMA, and I can get out athleted, and I can even get out strategized, but I very rarely like get out fought. Not that it hasn't happened, you know what I mean? When you fight as much as I do, people are going to beat you up sometimes, but they're like, it's for the dogs, man, and I got that in spades. Yeah, and without having to worry about anything besides two hands, I feel like I can throw harder, and I've always had kind of like with gloves on, flash knockout power, and now I have stone cold out power without gloves, so it all works out.
Tell me what did you think of Chevy Bridges as an opponent? What was the game plan, I guess, heading into this one?
I mean, me, I feel like I'm probably going to be fighting most people the same way. I was planning to stay on the outside and get in real close in the clinch. I feel like I'm really superior to probably everybody in the clinch. You don't have to worry about wrestling. Like I may not be the best wrestler, but like I'm great at dirty boxing and I know how to pummel. I've been doing it my whole life, and I'm really good at that. And especially without having to worry about getting lifted and thrown and stuff like that. Like you can throw punches, and yeah, man, I just feel like I'm going to be a real problem for there. And I'm also really good on the outside, and you mix those two together well, like I just did this last fight. I think it's going to be a real problem for anybody.
Tell me the venue, just the energy in the arena. This was obviously Albuquerque, New Mexico. What was it like fighting for this particular BKFC event?
Oh man, it was awesome. I used to live in Albuquerque for like 8 years, and I haven't been back in six. I left. I moved back to Kansas City 6 years ago. So great to see old friends, people I haven't seen. Like I have a couple really good friends that I haven't seen, and that was really nice. Got to train with my old coach. I mean, I love that man, Ray. Hung out with the Dodson brothers, trained with them. Like I mean, that's always good for you. John Dodson is so fucking fast. It like, and I know this. I know I've known him for over a decade. I go into it knowing, all right, this is a fast little mofo, and he still surprises me with his speed. So I mean, that's good training with old friends. Got to run in the foothills. Like it was really nice going into the fight. Everything lined up, except all my friends were in the other corner because I was technically in the out of town corner. But whatever. Yeah, man, it was awesome. The crowd was electrifying. I got to start off the fight right, and I really, like I like that. It's been a long time since I was that early on the card, but I like it, man. It kind of sucks waiting around, waiting to fight. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to get out there and bang it out, and then be able to have fun and watch the rest of the fights. Yeah, man, it was awesome. That was long winded. I apologize, but I had a blast, man. It was great.
That was a great answer. You don't have to apologize for anything, my man. I wanted to ask you too. You mentioned John Dodson. That's a very high level former UFC fighter, and we're seeing a lot of UFC fighters that are no longer with the promotion that are now with BKFC. Yourself, Ben Rothwell, Chris Camozzi's there. I mean, we could go on and on. Do you think this is going to be something that we're going to continue to see happening here moving forward?
Yeah, most definitely. So when I got cut from UFC, the thing I said to myself is, man, like I really want to fight for a promotion that appreciates me. I feel like, and I've always felt like I'm the guy you want. I fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. I make weight. I'm good on the mic. I'm professional. Like all these things. Like I feel like people should be dying to get me on the roster. And I mean, I just haven't ever really felt that way in my career. And I feel like BKFC really appreciates me. Everybody on the staff is incredibly friendly. Like they like me, and it's just really nice, man. I've been waiting a really long time to you know, feel appreciated. Like, they need somebody like me, I'm good for the sport, so I'm happy that we're here. So yeah, man, more people are going to come through. I mean, you get laid off, by the UFC, man. That it's a rough life, and it's a really good promotion and it's a lot of fun.
Was that a hard pill to swallow initially when you were let go by the UFC?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I was like depressed for like 3 months. You know what I mean? Like legitimately, yeah, it sucked. It also sucked just like the way it happened because like, dude, like I had the worst weight cut ever. I mean, I cut to 35. Like I was cramping for like 8 hours after I made weight. That's not an excuse. However, we all know that if you're incredibly dehydrated, you get knocked out easily. I've always had a chin. You know what I mean? Like that's something I pride myself on. And I go out there and just get, like, yeah, yeah, it sucked. But I just really felt like I never was really able to give my best. Obviously, my debut was pretty fucking sick. But after that, I couldn't just like catch the lightning in the bottle. You know what I mean? Like, but shoot, man, I've come out in these last two fights, and I mean, I've shown that I'm world class at this shit. So I'm feeling really good.
So, are you going to be fighting at 155 moving forward?
I mean, I'm open. I'm open to cutting 45. That's not that bad, but yeah, man, I really like 55. I feel good at 55. Um, like I can kind of do whatever I want and then just clean up the last few weeks. And like that's how I am when I'm out of camp and I train and I'm always training. So it's like it just feels like it's more similar to like my day-to-day life, And I'm happier, and when you're happier, you fight better.
For sure. What do you typically walk around at? I mean, if you only have to clean up a little bit to make 55, I can't imagine that you're
Yeah.
too much over that.
So I a few weeks before the fight, I was, man, I love milkshakes, and I was having milkshakes every night because I can, you know what I mean? And I got up to 180. I've never been that big before. Before, like a few months ago, I'd never been past 170, and right now I think I'm 175. But I want to walk around 70, 70, 65, 70 on a cheat day. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
but
that's good. What
yeah.
flavor milkshake, Kevin? What's the go-to?
I mean, it depends. Like, if there's just the generic vanilla, chocolate, strawberry man, But there's a few places that have specialty shakes around Kansas City area that I'm really into, and it'd be even hard to explain them because they're so intricate, man. But I'm down for whatever. What milkshake are you buying me? I'm happy about it, dude.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Yeah. No, I'll get you whatever milkshake you want. We ever meet in person? Milkshakes on me, my man.
Yeah,
Let's
I
talk.
feel like it's been years, like like we haven't ever met.
I
We
know.
just talk, So that milkshake's coming.
For sure. With BKFC, your first two fights look fantastic. How many fights do you have on your deal? And you said that you love the way that they're treating you. Are they paying you the same way?
So uh we're gonna be getting paid these next ones. I've had two single fight deals, and they wanted to get me a multi fight deal before this fight, but I pushed for this fight to happen because I wanted to fight in Albuquerque. and it was really awesome. I lived there for 8 years and never fought there. It was cool to come back and fight. And so that was a big card, you know, like I was willing to take a little bit less money than what I feel I should deserve because I really wanted that card. Um, so now we're working, and I am under the belief that I'll be hit with the multi-fight deal offer soon. And you know, like I know that I had some good words with the president, and yeah, and so I feel pretty confident that I'll be taken care of.
Very good. So the goals moving forward, obviously, if you want to sign a multi-fight deal, a lucrative deal with BKFC, what are you hoping to accomplish over the next year or two?
I mean, I believe I will be champion within 2 years. I think quicker than that, but yeah, I 100%. This is my shit. I'm and like I don't really think a lot of people know how this is a new sport. Not a lot of people know how to play the game yet, you know? And I believe I'm gonna pimp this game. And you know, like I feel like I'm the hottest thing in the BKFC right now, and it's just gonna keep getting hotter, you know.
Is there a fight that you think makes sense for your next one? Someone you want to call out?
Nah, man, I'm just gonna knock whoever out and look good for the camera.
Okay, fair enough. I got to ask you too, Kevin, because it's been a minute since I have spoken with you last. What's the training situation like right now? Obviously, we know what's going on with James Krause and Glory MMA. So, who are you getting that work in with nowadays?
Uh, so a lot of the people who are still in town here have been going to Zach Cummings gym, and you know, been working with, you know, people there. I had Jason High and Tim Elliott in my corner. Uh, you know, me and Gina Elliott had like train all the time. She's a southpaw, and she's like my number one training partner. She ended up coming down as well. Yeah, whoever, you know, and like I think a lot for me is I know how to fight. You know, like I can as long as I'm in really good shape, I can get by with, you know, not what I had. You know, I think there probably will be a time, probably soon, where I'll have to change something. But yeah, man, I'm making do, and it's looked really fucking good the other night. So you know,
What's the perfect time frame for your next fight?
man, I heard that they're like having a pay per view in April or something like that. I mean, that would be awesome. Now, I would really like to fight like every. I guess that's a little bit less than 3 months, but I'd like to fight every few months. You know, I mean, I just fought for a minute and 11 seconds, absolutely no injuries. You know, like I'm ready to go. You know, like I went swimming this morning. I'm not. You know, like I stay training, so let's do it.
Fantastic, man. Very happy for your success. Glad to see you back in the win column, and things are going great for you for BKFC. So really looking forward to see what they do with you next, my man. Again, Kevin Croom, another win for BKFC, this time over Chevy Bridges at BKFC Knuckle Mania 3. As always, buddy, I appreciate your time. Great having you on. Before we do sign off, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. You have anyone to thank? Floor is yours.
Heck yeah, man. My social media is Kevin Croom _UFC. And for everybody who keeps saying, hey, I need to change it, I can't change it because then I'll lose my blue check mark. And I like that thing. It comes in handy. So it's Kevin Croom _UFC for now until I can get that changed. So leave me alone about it, all right? All right. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me on. And heck yeah. Snap, check out my OnlyFans too, ladies. Kevin Croom, K Croom, OnlyFans. Heck yeah.